What is up, everybody? Marky here, and today I wanted to take an in-depth look at the Legends Z-A trailer that we got during Pokemon Day 2025. So if you guys enjoy this breakdown, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because we are going to get right into it. So the first thing I want to point out is that from what I've seen and everything that we saw in those trailers, it definitely looks like nothing is going to be outside of the city. So the gameplay is going to be contained within Lumiose City. It definitely looks like the graphics are a step up from what we saw in Scarlet and Violet. I could definitely tell in the trailer that there is much more polish to what we saw again in Scarlet and Violet. In a lot of Pokemon games, I feel like the NPCs are very static, right? They don't move at all. This footage is slowed down, but you can see that there are NPCs moving around. And what I really hope for this game is that a lot of the NPCs, we see some movement, right? We see them walking about. Maybe they're at different places throughout different parts of the day. I really want to see that. I don't want to see NPCs just standing in the same place throughout the whole game, because really that doesn't make any sense. It looks like the city is split up into different zones. This is zone number 6, and that's probably where we'll have the different Pokemon where you can catch. This is going to be the parts of the city where you can catch Pokemon. I assume it's going to be unlocked throughout gameplay, right? So you start at zone 1, that's where the lowest level Pokemon are, and obviously you're going to work your way up throughout the game. That's what I think. And here we have a Frou. This is going to be so fun because this guy is not available yet for any Switch games, and you can only get him if you have, you know, X and Y or some of the older, you know, 3DS titles where you can actually move him from bank to home. So it'll be nice to have some of these Pokemon actually available that you can get just from your Switch games. We have some Sandiles in the, like, this is some type of desert, not desert, but sand area. And so I do like this, that they're kind of chilling out in the sand. You know, it'll be interesting to see how they include different habitats in this game. That would make sense why a Pokemon would be in the city, like chilling. So I guess, you know, there's sand here. These Sandiles are chilling in the sand. We got the 3 starters here. Starting from left to right, we got Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. And I think these starters in particular maybe need some love. A Mega Evolution for all 3 would be great. If we can get a really powerful Mega Evolution for Meganium, for example, I think that would be great. I don't have any problem with these starters, and I think, again, these starters could use some love. All right, so here we see we have Totodile, and it looks like the trainer that you'll be choosing. You know, I really do hope there's moments that you can have with your Pokemon like this. I think, you know, having that interaction between your partner Pokemon and your trainer where you're, you know, doing something fun inside the city, I think will add a lot to the flavor of the game. And yeah, I really do love this shot with Chikorita. All right, so we have our first kind of look at a Pokemon battle, right? So we have the trainer, we have our partner Chikorita, and we see that the Bunnelby has some type of exclamation point. That's probably what's going to say, hey, this Pokemon noticed you, and it wants to battle. So now we can see that the trainer did something, and now it's confused, or maybe we defeated it in a battle with our Chikorita, and so now it is ready to be caught. One thing I did want to point out is this is a regular Pokeball, so it looks like we're, you know, not in a path, so we don't have any like makeshift Pokeballs. It's literally a regular old Pokeball. So I assume they're going to be using the Pokeballs that they use in every game. So, you know, definitely a change from what, again, we saw in Legends Arceus. This is an interesting part of the trailer, right? So going up to the building, we're like teleporting there somehow. This looks like the movement in this game is going to be a little different. It definitely looks a little more parkour, right? So we're transporting up the building. We're moving around. We can hop up to this part of the building. We can, you know, use our Rotom phone to jump off the building and fly to another area. And it looks like your character will be able to maybe jump up onto things that is not usually found in other Pokemon games. So that'll be interesting to see how movement works. It looks better. And here we get a first look at a trainer battle. This is going to be interesting. So really, again, this is slowed down footage, but we see Totodile versus Tepig. Your Pokemon looks like it's following you around, so you kind of have to help it dodge attacks. This is very interesting. I do like this. This is never before seen type of battle footage. We have a Pyroar here using a sick move that you have to dodge out of the way. Your Lucario looks like if you dodge it, your Lucario can dodge it. And then, you know, looking at the trailer again, we have our Mega Evolution Bracelet. So there's definitely going to be, we know it's going to be Mega Evolutions in this game. So we have the little cutscene that plays, and here we go. Lucario is going to Mega Evolve. The animation looks great. So continuing here, let's see. So just pausing right here, we have Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Absol, and Mega Sableye. So, you know, 3 confirmed Pokemon that have their Mega Evolutions returning. And I gotta say, they all look great. We have some more Mega Evolutions here. So we got the Charizard, Ampharos. Looks like, yeah, Gardevoir's right there. Gyarados. Mega Altaria, too. I'm really excited to have this mechanic back. Here's a Charizard using its attack. Looks really good. All right, so we have our first look at some type of characters, a part of some type of company. So are these the evil team? I'll say in quotation marks, evil team. These guys don't necessarily look like good guys, I will say. Especially the guy on the left, you know, he seems very mysterious. And a fan favorite returning character, AZ. So it looks like he has his own hotel now. That's kind of what we're seeing from the trailer and what they had mentioned in the trailer, that he has his own hotel, which is pretty cool. So here we have a nice shot of Zygarde. He's looking over the city. Okay, so this part, this is the end of the trailer. I have no idea what this could mean. I was looking at it. This is the end, and I don't know. Here's our Rotom phone. Maybe this is like a tournament. So this game will have more of a focus on battling throughout the game. You know, maybe there's some type of tournament going on, and you know, as the game progresses, you're getting ready for this big promotional match in quotations, tournament. But this does look pretty cool. I like this little animation here. I think this is a nice part of the trailer to end it off in something mysterious. Now we're taking a look at the extended look. We'll do a breakdown of this because I did like this trailer too. I thought it was pretty interesting. Again, we have a nice shot of the city. This trailer is really stressing Lumiose City. I don't think we're going to be traveling outside of the city. Again, I think this game is contained within Lumiose City, and there's a lot of different parts. So this trailer, the beginning portion of the trailer is showing off all the different parts. We got Pokemon, so people and Pokemon now living together in the city, and it's really nice. So again, I'm hoping that these NPCs are not just, you know, standing there all day, that they're moving around, that they maybe have lives. We got a first look at a Pokemon Center. This looks really great. We have a little Revive to the right there, hologram of a Revive. It looks like we have somebody standing outside the Pokemon Center, a bench, a funky looking bench, and we have, you know, the nurse, the Pokemon Center nurse there, and she is ready to heal up your Pokemon. It definitely looks futuristic, I'd say. You know, maybe a futuristic Pokemon Center, you know, something that we haven't seen, a design we haven't seen before, but it looks good. And again, this is definitely, I think the Legends compared to Legends Arceus is a more futuristic city. That's why we have these hologram zones here. That's their urban development plan where Pokemon and people are going to live together. And this is cool here. So we have Patrat. Patrat is confirmed in this game, and this is cool because, again, the only way that you can get Patrat is getting him from Pokemon Bank into home. So now, in your Switch console, you can actually catch a Patrat and put it into home and have him there, and you don't have to, you know, get it from Bank, get it from an older game, especially if you don't have those older games. They're pretty expensive. You just get them, you get them in the new Pokémon Legends Z-A, so that's nice to see. And this is interesting too. We have a Pokemon Center in the background. Again, that looks good. You know, there's NPCs all over the place, but we have like a hologram. So maybe like for your missions, you know, you're going to have a hologram pop up and someone's going to tell you to do something. And again, wanted to point out, so in this Pokemon Center, instead of a Revive, there is a potion in the background there, so that's pretty cool. And we have a nice shot of Aegis Slash here. And again, I really like this here. I think they're trying to make this city really feel like Pokemon and people truly share it. We can see some Trebuchets. We have a Garbodor here next to trash bags. So they're really trying to make the city lifelike, and I do appreciate that. This is a cool shot. We got some NPCs walking around with their Pokemon. Again, we'll see how the NPCs interact in this game. The trailer here is showing off once again our 3 starter Pokemon. Looks like these are the main characters that we'll encounter. Some of the main characters we'll encounter throughout the game. A first shot at all 5 of them. I'm sure there's going to be more, but I think the stress is on these 5 characters that'll have a big part to play in the story. All right, so as Pokemon usually does in their games, depending on what you choose, it's going to be maybe your counterpart. So if you choose more of a male appearance, your rival, I'll say rival, or the character that you interact with will be like Tawny. If you choose more of a female appearance, you will have Urbane as your, again, I don't know. I assume this is going to be your, in quotations, rival. And we have AZ. He's going to be running the hotel that you're staying at. So your character, again, maybe you're visiting or you're starting a new life in Lumiose City and you're staying at AZ's hotel. This is really cool. So we have Eternal Flower Floette. That is AZ's partner. Now, there's a lot of speculation on, will we be able to capture, acquire Eternal Flower Floette throughout this game? I think so. I want to say yes. You can get some type of Eternal Flower version of Floette, whether it's this actual one or maybe, he's got a friend. Skipping ahead here, the company's CEO, Jet, and then Vinny. Do they look evil? Do they look nice? Are they just going to be legitimately good people that help you? I feel like Pokemon sometimes, you never know. Sometimes they'll help you at the beginning of the game, and then they'll turn out to be not so good. I know we had Volo, right? Volo and Legends Arceus. They were at the beginning of the game, helping you out, try to explore different things. And at the end, they came out with a Giratina, and they were ready to, change the world. So you never really know with Pokemon what they're going to do. But these folks, these guys are in charge of the company that's changing the city. This looks like it's going to be like the cutscene or the start of the cutscene to your first wild area, and they call it Wild Zone, so they are Wild Zones. Okay, well, there you go. And that's the second one. Looks like there's some Magikarp there, and this is really cool. So at the top left, we see that there is a map. Middle there's Wild Zone 1, so you must have just entered Wild Zone 1, and the game is telling you, hey, you're in Wild Zone 1. Don't forget that. And maybe like this circle part is like what part of the city you're in. So like you're in Wild Zone 1 here in this green section. Okay, so moving up, it looks like your cursor is right here. So this, where you're aiming, I guess your Pokeball, because it looks like the trainer is about to catch this Pokemon. Here's your item that you're about to use. So it looks like the user probably selected the Pokeball to catch the Fletchling. We have information about the Fletchling. So it's level 4, it's a female, and I don't know what this means, these arrows. Very interesting to see what that actually means. So it looks like once the trainer actually catches a Pokemon, it appears down here. So there's the Fletchling. We have our Chikorita gain 10 experience points from catching the Pokemon, which is what we've seen in newer games. Once you catch a Pokemon, you get experience points for it. A registered, so number 10 Fletchling, it's now registered in the Pokedex. I do like that little pop-up there. I think it looks pretty good. And again, we see the cursor here. So the cursor looks like that's kind of where you're going to be aiming your Pokeballs. All right, so there's a lot of talk about this scene exactly of the trailer. So couple things here. This up here looks like this is some type of notification saying you have been seen by a Pokemon. Obviously, this trainer's fighting this Flaffy, so obviously it's been spotted. We have information from Chikorita here, 39 of 43 HP, level 15 male, so nice little user interface here. Looks like down here, all the Pokemon that they've caught. One thing I want to point out, there is cooldowns. So it looks like Chikorita used Leafage, and now there's a cooldown for Leafage. So once Chikorita can go again, it can't use Leafage, but it could use Razor Leaf or Leech Seed, Disarming Voice, right? So it's definitely, the battle system is going to be very different in this game, and these are the notifications of what's been done so far. So you can see that the Chikorita used Leafage, and that's why there's a cooldown. Again, top right here we can see that we are in Wild Zone 6. interesting. And the YouTube video is kind of blocking it, but we can see that it's sunny. All right, so it looks like this is like a cutscene of the first battle one of the first battles that you may have, if not the first. So you're throwing out the starters that you've chosen. This trainer here chose Totodile, so this is your character. So you've chosen Totodile. It looks like your rival, again, in quotation marks, we don't know if they're actually our rival, are going to choose the Pokemon typing that's weaker. So they chose Tepig. And this is the first battle. So we have, you know, Water Gun, Tackle, Leer, Bite. It's this Totodile's in battle here. And we're facing Tepig. So, you know, again, you can dodge moves if you move your trainer. Your Totodile moves with you in this scenario, which is cool. So we've dodged. Now we're going to use Water Gun. So we've selected Water Gun, and it's going to use the move. So there, we've injured Tepig, even though it tried to run away. And now there's a cooldown. So again, see how there's that cooldown. Super effective on Tepig. And the interesting thing is, where's the other trainer? They're just chilling. I don't know where they went. So they're there. The Tepig used rollout, and then they just disappear somewhere, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see how the AI reacts in these battles. We have another battle here, Lucario versus Spritzy. It looks like this is probably going to be an important person. They look pretty souped out, so you know, maybe a fairy type trainer that you encounter throughout the game. We have some Pokemon down here. So it looks like this is farther into the game, and you're in type of stadium. So maybe this is tournament going on. This is maybe the part of that tournament. And I do like, so the Lucario's got Bullet Punch, Aura Sphere, Dragon Pulse, and Protect. So a good move set. Okay. Another battle here. So we have Hippowdon going against Talonflame. This looks like it's not a trainer battle, but it's a Pokemon, a wild Pokemon battle. Again, because you can see the kind of red, like, notification saying you've been detected by a Pokemon. So this looks like a wild battle, and it's using Stealth Rock against Flame Wheel. So nice animations. I will say that the animations do look pretty good. Look at that Flame Wheel right there. Nice. And we have another battle here, Pyroar versus Vivillon. I don't know why you would be chilling with a Vivillon against a Pyroar type matchup. Not so good, but it's just showing that your trainer helped dodge that Pyroar attack. And now he's going to switch in to Onix. Pyroar, I think, is going to use another move here. If I remember, this looks like another wild battle. Yep, so it's going to use Flamethrower. You're going to dodge the Flamethrower after swapping out and then use Rock Slide. So it looks like it was still, the Onix was still hit because you maybe didn't dodge in time. And now it's going to use Rock Slide here. And it's going to knock out the Pyroar. And it looks like the Pyroar is not even really knocked out yet. Do you see that? The Pyroar still got HP, and the game already knows, yeah, you're getting your experience right now because you knocked it out. So, interesting. So we have our little cutscene, I would say cutscene. You know, we pause the cutscene right where the trainer is revealing their keystone. And that's going to contain the Mega Stone, and that's what you're going to use to activate the Mega Evolutions. And I'm sure as you go through the game, you'll get more Mega Stones for each Pokemon. So here we get the cutscene. The trainer is going to use it on their Absol, and it's going to turn into a Mega Evolved Absol. Yeah, Absol's looking good, man. I love Absol. We have our Mega Evolved Absol against a level 60 Altaria. So this is interesting here. So see at the bottom right here, I think that's the Mega Evolution timer maybe. So if I unpause it, yeah, so this timer runs out. Maybe that's how long you have until the Mega Evolution runs out. And we have this notification here. So this O+, I want to say, that, you know, is saying that these are a Mega Evolved move. I think that's what that means. And then we can see that Absol, its profile pic, I'll call it profile pic, has a little Mega Stone next to it. So that's how we know it's Mega Evolved. And yeah, so there's a timer. It looks like there's a timer for how long a Mega Evolution lasts. So I want to see, yeah, so it's going down. It's pretty slow, but there's a timer. We see a Mega Charizard. We see it using a move. We have the Mega Evolution icons, and then there is a timer. But again, I don't know how you know, that looks like there's a lot of time. And we have Mega Kangaskhan. All right, so this is interesting. So we have a Zygarde cell right here. I think a lot of people saw this and got flashbacks, right? Collecting all the different Zygarde cells. You know, I think we'll definitely have to collect all the Zygarde cells. Now, will it be part of the story? Will it be like a side quest? I'm not sure, but Zygarde cells are going to be here. I assume you're going to have a chance to catch Zygarde, and then, you know, the more cells that you'll get, you know, the more you'll be able to progress until you get to its, you know, ultimate form there. So, interesting to see. Interesting to see, you know, the Zygarde cells are back, and it's gonna, you know, you're gonna have to collect them all, which, again, flashbacks. All right, so that's kind of near towards the end of the trailer. It's coming late 2025. I assume it's gonna be holiday 2025, so in that like November time period, and that's probably when we'll get it. That's what we usually get when it comes to these Pokemon games. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment on the video, subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys. Peace.